Hey YouTube, it's Rarity-O, and I'm back again with another Tech Card Tuesday, brought to you exclusively through Geek. Out for this week's discussion, we have XYZ Encore. This is an extremely powerful quick play spell card, and its effect reads: target one face-up XYZ monster your opponent controls that has an XYZ material. Detach all the XYZ materials from that monster, and if you do, return it to the extra deck. Then, if any of the XYZ materials are in the graveyard, special summon them to your opponent's side of the field in face-up defense position, and their levels are lowered by 1. In addition, no effects can be activated in response to this card's activation. Now, why is this card good? Or should I say, why is this card good again? Because it used to be pretty relevant back in, I don't know, Dolce times, something like that. But definitely against things like Constellars. It was definitely a really good card to use against Constellars. This card, first of all, spell speed 4. Not many cards like that. Super Poly's gone because of that. You just can't respond to it. Anytime a card can't be responded to, it's a pretty good sign that it's probably broken. Because you just play it. You play it and there's no fear. No fear at all. Your opponent's not going to be like, well, I have a response. But like, bitch, no, you don't. You can't respond. You can't do anything about it. Just let me do what I'm doing because I can. Anyway, why I'm bringing this card back in particular is because this Thursday or Friday, I forget, Dark Matter Dragon is coming out. Galaxy Eyes Dark Matter Dragon. I think that's his full name. I might be wrong. But, in case you haven't heard, that deck's going to be pretty stupid. I'll be going to a regional that weekend that it comes out. So I plan on seeing it. I plan on citing this in my deck. So this is just to prepare you all. Hopefully, if you're going to an event this weekend, play this card. It might save your day. It really, really might. Because this deck apparently is just supposed to be stupid. You're supposed to be able to bring out like enough to OTK like 5 times over on your first turn. And that's just pretty ridiculous. You know what I mean? In an OTK format, still, that's pretty ridiculous. But he himself is 4,000 attack, and he just sets up your dragon graveyard and everything, and too much. So what you do is you don't even let this guy hit the field. You wait, when your opponent summons either Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon or Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon, or I don't even know how many other variants there are. There's like Galaxy Eyes whatever you want Dragon. Whenever they summon that guy, you're just gonna slap this down, and then of course probably still going to be playing rank 7s, so they could go into a Draco Sack or something like that. But honestly, I'm not even scared of a Draco Sack anymore. They can make a Master of Blades. Maybe be a problem a little bit more than the Draco Sack, maybe. Just would depend on what they go into. There's not, of course, if you have something worth stealing, they could go into a Big Eye. But, it just kind of depends. But still, I would much rather deal with a Draco Sack, a Big Eye, or a Master of Blades than Dark Matter Dragon. That guy's stupid. He's going to set your opponent with so much advantage. You just don't want that to happen. And this card, like I said, there's nothing your opponent can do to it. You could run something like Flying Sea, which in some cases is a little bit more optimal. If your opponent's going first and you draw into it, you could still slam it down on them and prevent all of their plays. However, why I'm not choosing to play Flying Sea is because they're all dragons. They're all 7s and 8s. They're going to be able to tribute it. It's just going to happen. Might slow them down for a turn, but I'd rather just force them to have to rework their whole thing and just do a whole different move and give me a board to just run over rather than having... And plus, it's also good if your opponent summons the giant super awesome board and then your next top deck is Flying Sea, it's usually a bad situation. Even if your opponent sets up a huge board, then you can still, if you top deck that XYZ Encore, you're like, well, or if you opened it and you're going second, either way, and you can do something about it. You can make your opponent's big scary monster go away, bring out some guys in defense position that you can just run over. They're a level lower, maybe you could just leave them on the board if it's like, if they went to a level 7 or something and you just wanted to bring it down to level 6s, maybe they don't, I don't know the deck entirely. I know It does a lot of 7s and 8s. I don't know if it like sets up for 6s. I don't think it does. But you know, if you use this card in a rank 7, bring out some 6s, they might just be screwed with that and can't really use it for anything other than the beaters. So that would be unfortunate. But in addition to that, I still don't think this would be a very bad card to play against decks such as Burning Abyss or even Satellars. Pretty much anything that makes ranks, as long as it doesn't, obviously, like if, yeah, with Madolches, you know, you never use down like Tiramisu, because then they could just go into an Invoker and usually end up with the same play, or similar play, or sometimes in some cases even better play. So, you know, but any deck that, you know, doesn't have like a 1 rank difference in like their main plays, or even, you know, optional plays or whatever. You know, Burning Abyss is only going to be summoning rank 3s. Satellar's only going to be summoning rank 4s. But even saying that, though, I know that's kind of going against why I'm bringing it up with Dark Matter Dragon. But the thing is, you just don't want Dark Matter to hit the board at all. You don't want to see that guy unless you have something negate his effect or something, which, I mean, you could. I'm definitely running a lot of effect negation in my Burning Abyss deck at the moment, but still, I don't know. XYZ Encore is just such a problem-solving card, and again, you know, you draw that breakthrough skill, top deck it after your opponent already did everything. You can't really do anything with that breakthrough skill at that point. However, XYZ Encore is very versatile. It's a quick play spell card. You can use it whenever you want. It has a lot of versatility, I think. And again, your opponent can't respond to it. You know, they can't. There's nothing they can do about it. And even though it has like the stipulation it has to be a face-up monster, you know, everybody's running Book of a Moon, Book of Eclipse right now. They can't change that. They can't do anything. It's just, once you do it, it's going to activate. It's going to go through. Another thing I would like to mention about this card is for when it special summons the monsters back to your opponent's side of the field in face-up defensive position, they have to be in the graveyard. So if you, let's say you go first, and you could be either playing Burning Abyss or Ritual Beast, because you need something that banishes to make this like fully be just stupid ridiculous. So let's say you set up for a Dark Law play, or you're playing Ritual Beast and you have Macrocosmos, or I guess if you had Dimensional Fissure up and, you know, they didn't care about it. But so what you do, let's just say, you know, same concept with Ritual Beast, but let's just say you're doing Burning Abyss. So they summon their first guy. Let's just say they're doing the Mythic Dragon play. So they summon the Earth guy, and then when they special summon the Water guy, you chain Mass Change 2, bring out Dark Law. They're like, okay, it's fine. I'm gonna, you know, they're probably thinking, well, I'm gonna lose some materials, but that's fine. I'm gonna be fine with that because I'm just gonna run this motherfucker over. Instead, what you do, when they go into the Exceed monster, let's just say Galaxy has Photon Dragon, or again, like I said, whatever they decide to go into. I think the optimal play is Photon, but then that's when you chain Exceed Encore. Then all the Mythic Dragons, they're going to go to the, or they would go to the graveyard, but since you have Dark Law up, they get banished, meaning nothing gets special summoned. They just lose completely. You just killed that Exceed monster and banished 2 of their cards. That's what XYZ Encore becomes. And that seems really potentially just amazing. Like, you could just do stupid things with that. So, I don't know. I really highly suggest this card as a side deck option for the Dragons. And especially, again, if you're playing something like Burning Abyss, or Heroes for that matter, you can summon Dark Law too. I don't know, I guess Shadal's probably, yeah. I don't know if there's any Shadal players left, but if you have Shadals that run Mass Change, you know, just definitely summon Dark Law, activate Macro, activate Defissure, really try to banish those dragons, because once they hit the graveyard, a lot of bad things are going to be happening to you. But like I said, with XYZ Encore, you can deal with the problems before they're problems, and that's just where you want to be, honestly. And again, thinking like in reverse, if you, because I don't want you to think of other cards. I'm like, well, I could just breakthrough skill this guy. You know, whenever Dark Matter comes out, I could breakthrough skill this guy. Because then you still have a 4,000 beater on the field. You know what I'm saying? You could easily just make it a much more manageable target. And anyway, I don't know. I feel like I already explained. I'm just repeating myself now. I'm just really trying to sell this card because, I don't know. I want everyone to be ready. I want to be ready. I want to top 8 this. I'm going to the Indianapolis Regional. And it's been a while since I've been to a regional. I got my invite at the last one I went to. I haven't really been to very many regionals. I think only 2 this season or whatever the hell it's called. But got that coming up, and I got a bunch of this is my last one for this format though. So we'll see what happens after this format. I don't even want to think about it. All these erratas coming out, and I have no idea what's going to happen. I think Crush Strike's coming back. I don't know about anything else. That might not even come back though. So maybe Heavy Storm will come back. Who knows? But as always, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me what you think about this card in the comment section down below. As always, please do subscribe to both my personal channel and the Geek channel. Peace out.